Hello, hi. This is Dr. Tirath Gill. Want to speak to you today about William James. He's a very famous philosopher, a very remarkable psychologist. In fact, he's called the father of American psychology. And he has contributed much to the thinking on religion and religious experiences and what these experiences and revelations mean for others. So going back to his early childhood, he was born in 1842 and in the Massachusetts area, and his family was quite wealthy. His father was known to be somewhat of a thinker himself, and there were several siblings, famous siblings for that matter. So his brother is Henry James, a famous novelist, one of the foremost novelists in the English language, Henry James. And his sister Alice James is also known for some writings that she did. And two of his brothers served in the Civil War, in the American Civil War. So this is going way back. After the Civil War, the family continued to embrace a very cosmopolitan atmosphere, intellectual atmosphere at home. There were vigorous debates amongst the siblings. They were all very opinionated and had things to say. A very gifted family. And the father also tried to broaden their education. He hired different tutors and homeschooled the children for a while. So he grew up in this tumult of a lot of contrasting ideas, opinions, debates within the family and then at school and other places as well. He moved to Europe for a while and tried to learn what he could about their systems of thought and their approach to sorting out the mechanisms of the mind. So he was in that sense a true seeker, and he gave a series of lectures in Oxford, I believe, and these have been compiled into a book. They're very dense reading, but wonderful to read, and very illuminating to see how objectively he parses everything and comes to his conclusion the way he does. So he had many unique thoughts. He published many papers, several books, and his citations are lengthy. He was a very learned individual. He wrote the book, The Principles of Psychology, and it's one of the first textbooks of psychology, the discipline. It's almost 1,200 pages. So William James wrote the book Varieties of Religious Experience and The Principles of Psychology. These are amongst two of the foremost books that I know of that he's known for. But he has an extensive literature that he's written. He's very productive, very fertile mind. So in regards to the varieties of mystical experience or religious experience, he described states of a gradual coherence and alignment of thoughts and feelings, and feeling of peace and being above the struggles of a unaware mind. So those were gradual additions to a person's state of heightened awareness, a gradual approach. He also talked about the sudden approach where somebody comes into a sort of a real awakening and a new paradigm of seeing things. And this religious experience of sudden revelation has been noted across different cultures that did not know each other. So there seems to be something essential about that experience, and William James held that to be sacred and essentially human trait. And he talked about how these would be manifested in real life. In fact, he was one of the supporters of the school of pragmatism, which holds that thoughts should be verified about whether they're true or not. Truth should be verified in the realm of real experience by applying that truth. Does it solve problems? Does it prevent problems? How utilitarian is it in real life? And that would be the criteria for measuring the depth of that truth. To gauge the uniqueness and value of that truth would be its utility. So he introduced these elements and commented that a balance was needed, and that a healthy, functioning human being should be evolved enough to be capable of functioning in the physical sphere, the psychological sphere, and the spiritual sphere. And he gave predominance to spiritual values. He experienced a mystical state himself, it seems, and is corroborated by others. Some of the examples that he has given, anonymous examples, are actually attributed to his own mystical experiences. So he helped parse some of these ideas out and kind of let people know that this was a common experience, it was a universal experience, these mystical experiences, and that there was value in it, and that you should judge the value of the truth by its utility and its pragmatic use in real life. Anyway, that's a little bit about William James. I'll let you view another something nice. You like that? Oh, he's wiping his beak. How cute.